You can make an argument that the greatest in-ring performer of all time is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. After achieving great success in the amateurs, culminating in winning the gold medal in freestyle wrestling in 1996 with a broken freaking neck, Angle set out to join the WWE in 1999, but had to modify his amateur wrestling style to adapt to WWE's professional system. And boy did he catch on quick, because just within the first year of entering the promotion, he became the European Champion, Intercontinental Champion, King of the Ring, and WWE Champion. As years went on, he added to his historic career by advancing to greater heights in WWE before abruptly leaving in 2006, joining TNA. After a lengthy stint in TNA, Angle would find himself back in WWE in 2007, being accepted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Whether you liked him or not, Angle put on some of the greatest performances in the ring with the likes of The Rock, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio, Brock Lesnar, Eddie Guerrero, AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels, Sting, and even Shane McMahon. No matter the opponent, no matter the injury, when the lights went on, Angle was determined to give you a match that was worth talking about for years to come. Now, even though Angle managed to put on an amazing show with some of the biggest names in wrestling as mentioned earlier, there are a few names that we never had the pleasure of seeing the Olympic gold medalist battle it out with. With that being said, here are 5 dream opponents we would have loved to see go head-to-head with Kurt Angle. And before we begin, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you comment below and let us know what you think about this list. Number 5, Owen Hart. Much could be said about the late great Owen Hart, who was taken away from us at the young age of 34 years old in 1999. Amongst the Hart family, it could be said that he was the most innovative tactician inside the squared circle. Along with the technical prowess to solidify his skill set, Owen Hart would have put on a masterclass of a match going one-on-one with Kurt Angle. And it could have happened too, but because of a freak accident while doing a stunt at the Over the Edge pay-per-view of May of that year, Owen left us just before Angle debuted 6 months after the tragedy occurred, leaving wrestling fans wondering what kind of a clinic they would have put on. Number 4, Seth Rollins. Now, it can be argued that the best in-ring competitor in WWE today, and I say WWE for a reason, is Seth freaking Rollins. The Iowa native is nothing short of amazing in the ring, putting on epic bouts night in and night out and always leaving the audience wanting more. The future WWE Hall of Famer is another wrestler that would have pushed someone like a prime Kurt Angle to the limit. This would have been a must-see back-and-forth battle between 2 phenomenal wrestlers that would have left the audience salivating for more. But not to be outdone by number 3, Kenny Omega. Arguably, the best in-ring wrestler in AEW, and I say AEW for a reason, is Kenny Omega. The world-renowned best bout machine would have certainly gave Kurt Angle a 5-star match similar to the one that he had with Kazuchika Okada in New Japan Dominion in 2018. With both these guys' athleticism, there's no telling the kind of spots that these two could have come up with to supersede any star-rated match that Dave Meltzer could ever come up with. This is definitely a match that fans would play on a WWE or AEW video game, but it's unquestionably a match that we would have loved to see grace our screens on a major pay-per-view or in person. Number 2, Bryan Danielson. Now, arguably the greatest in-ring wrestler in both WWE and AEW combined is Bryan Danielson. There's never been a time a wrestling fan can go back and say that they saw a horribly televised Bryan Danielson match, except for that match against The Miz at Crown Jewel in 2018. Now, apart from that, Bryan has never shortchanged the fans when it comes to high-stakes matches against his adversaries. So it makes you wonder, with all the technical skills and great storytelling, what kind of a match would Danielson put on with one of the greatest technical wrestlers of all time in Kurt Angle? If I were booking the match, I would have loved to see them compete in an ultimate submission match. It would have been nice to see how each man could outmaneuver one another to expertly execute a finishing hold that would have made the other one tap. And speaking of execution, number 1, Bret Hart. Without a doubt, on the Mount Rushmore of in-ring tacticians is the excellence of execution, Bret the Hitman Hart. Known for his expert timing, storytelling, and in-ring psychology, Bret would have been the best opponent for Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 18. After WWE bought WCW back in 2001, all the marquee WCW free agents sat out on their contracts with Time Warner until they ran out in 2002. Just in time for WrestleMania 18, in Toronto. However, it wasn't meant to be, because after suffering from a career-ending injury by the foot of Goldberg, Hart was forced to retire. However, could you imagine the amazing matches that Angle and Hart would have put on? From a one-on-one singles match to a submission match or even an Iron Man match, fans can only hope for the best to be brought out of these two if they were ever to face off one-on-one. I guess now, the only way to find out is through WWE 2K23, as both wrestlers are featured in this year's game. Well, what did you think of the list? Who would you have loved to see Kurt Angle face off against in his prime? Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram. This is your captain speaking. Thank you for joining us again on Topflyght Wrestling. Until next time, remember, love God, love wrestling, and stay fly. Peace.